Honourable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Kerala, Mr. Justice Somanson, Honourable Mr. Justice N. Nagaresh, Honourable Judges of the High Court of Kerala, the Additional Solicitor General of India, the President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, the President Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, the President Federation of Women Lawyers Kerala High Court Unit, law officers of the state, Deputy Solicitor General, Senior Central Standing Council, Taxes and other law officers of the central government, law officers of the Union Territory of Lakshadweep, senior advocates, esteemed fellow members of the Bar, Registrar General, Registrars and staff of the High Court of Kerala, family members of Justice N. Nagaresh, staff of the Advocate General's Office, advocate clerks, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have all assembled to bid farewell to Justice N. Nagaresh on the occasion of your Lordship demitting office upon attaining the age of superannuation. Your Lordship has been widely admired as a judge profoundly learned in law, endowed with a keen and incisive intellect that enabled the swift grasp of even the most complex legal principles with admirable clarity and precision. Equally noteworthy has been your unfailing courtesy on the bench. Humility you embody, coupled with your warm and affable demeanor, has consistently eased the atmosphere in court, ensuring that proceedings remained not only effective but also humane and respectful. Your Lordship was born on 1st April 1964 at Vaikam to Advocate S. Narasimha Naik and late Srimati Lalitha Naik. Your father, apart from being a distinguished member of the Bar, was also a towering and widely respected political and public figure of Vaikam, having served as the municipal chairman from 1962 to 1979. After completing your schooling at Vaikam, you pursued graduation at Maharaja's College, Ernakulam. Thereafter, you obtained your LLB degree from University of Bombay in 1989 and went on to complete your LLM from Government Law College, Ernakulam. Your Lordship was enrolled as an advocate in December 1989 and commenced practice in the chamber of Senior Advocate O.V. Radhakrishnan at the instance of late Advocate T.V. Anandan, who patronized and guided you in every respect. To quote your Lordship's own words, I quote, "If I have achieved any height in my profession, it's solely the result of the systematic training I received from my senior Sri O.V. Radhakrishnan," unquote. These words truly reflect the essence of a profound Guru-Shishya relationship. Late T.V. Anandan and Advocate Radhamani Amma also played a pivotal role in shaping your Lordship into a skillful and accomplished legal professional. Your Lordship commenced independent practice in the year 1995. Thereafter, you shared chambers with Advocate Shaji Thomas for over 23 years, until your elevation to the bench, an enduring testament to professional camaraderie and mutual respect. Your practice spanned a wide spectrum of legal disciplines with particular expertise in labor and service law. You also regularly appeared before the Central Administrative Tribunal in numerous matters, demonstrating both versatility and depth in advocacy. Your Lordship's legal acumen was duly recognized by the central government through your appointment as Central Government Standing Counsel at this Honourable Court from 1998 to 2004. Having amply justified the confidence reposed in you during that tenure, you were later appointed as Assistant Solicitor General of India from 17/7/2014 to 1/11/2018. In that capacity, you appeared in and conducted litigation on behalf of various central government departments and public authorities, and was actively engaged in matters involving constitutional, administrative, and elite branches of law. Your Lordship's popularity and esteem among the brethren in black robes found expression in your election to the Bar Council of Kerala in 2011. Prior to that, from 2008 to 2011, you served as member of the Disciplinary Committee of the Bar Council of Kerala, contributing meaningfully to the maintenance of professional standards and ethics within the legal fraternity. Your Lordship's academic pursuits were not confined to the courtroom alone. You served as reporter of the Indian Law Reports from 1993 to 1999, contributing significantly to the development and dissemination of legal jurisprudence. You were also nominated to the General Council of the National University of Advanced Legal Studies in 2012, reflecting your continued engagement with legal education and scholarship. Your Lordship was actively associated with labor and trade union activities in the state during your years at the bar. You led several trade unions and served as the Ernakulam District President as well as the Kerala State Vice President of one of the largest confederations of trade unions in the country. You also represented workers in labor disputes and was deeply engaged in trade union-related legal advocacy, reflecting a steadfast commitment to the cause of labor and social justice. Your Lordship was elevated as an additional judge of this Honourable Court on 5th November 2018 and was appointed as a permanent judge with effect from 14 September 2020. You, upon elevation, set aside all your previous affiliations with remarkable ease and unwavering conviction and proceeded to render justice with complete impartiality in faithful adherence to the solemn constitutional oath undertaken. In that sense, I can say without an iota of doubt that you joined the illustrious league of great jurists. At the same time, the practical wisdom and grounded pragmatism that naturally flow from grassroots public life qualities you possessed in abundant measure stood you in excellent good stead on the bench, enabling you to devise balanced and workable solutions to the multifarious disputes that came up for consideration. With an unparalleled sense of ease and grace, you presided over the court in a manner that left all present with the distinct impression that the dispensation of justice was both seamless and humane. You had the rare ability to identify and distill the core issues in every case, often with a touch of gentle humor that lightened even the most complex proceedings. Your rich and varied experience as a labor leader, a member of a regulatory body like the Bar Council of Kerala, and as the Assistant Solicitor General of India, helped you during your tenure on the bench. It endowed you with a deep and empathetic understanding of the concerns of all sections of society. Your court often transformed into a haven of compassion, where litigants could seek relief without the burden of intimidation or distress. Guided by the firm belief that those who approach the court in pursuit of justice should not return disappointed, you ensured that every matter received patient and thoughtful consideration. Your Lordship was also known for your amiable interaction with members of the bar, and never once did impatience find place even in the course of prolonged and detailed arguments. Your Lordship is married to Srimati V.R. Asha. Your daughter Nayana N. is a postgraduate student in homeopathic medicine. On behalf of the legal fraternity of the state of Kerala, I extend to my Lord and your Lordship's family my earnest wishes for good health, happiness, and continued intellectual fulfillment in the years to come. May the next phase of your Lordship's journey prove to be as distinguished and fulfilling as the one that draws to a close today. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Honourable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Kerala, Mr. Justice Saumenson, the Honourable Justice N. Nagaresh, the Honourable Judges of the High Court of Kerala, the Honourable former Judges of the High Court of Kerala, the Learned Advocate General, the President of the Kerala High Court Bar Advocates Association, the Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, the President, the Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, the President, Federation of Women Lawyers, Kerala High Court Unit, Deputy Solicitor General, Senior Central Government Council Taxes, and other law officers of the central government, law officers of the Union Territory of Lakshadweep, law officers of the state, senior advocates, esteemed fellow members of the bar, Registrar General, registrars, the staff, High Court of Kerala, family members of Justice N. Nagaresh, staff of the Office of the Additional Solicitor General for India, advocates class, ladies and gentlemen, and all others joining online. We are here to place on record the deep sense of appreciation, gratitude, and respect on the occasion of the retirement of Honourable Justice N. Nagaresh. My Lord was born on 1st April 1964 in Vaikom, a small town on the banks of Vembanad Lake. My Lord's father, Sri S. Narasimha Naik, an advocate, was municipal chairman of Vaikom, and my Lord's mother, Srimati Lalita Naik, was a homemaker. My Lord's daughter, Dr. Naina N, is a medical practitioner, and my Lord's wife is a homemaker. My Lord pursued his legal education at the University of Bombay, graduated in law in the year 1989, and enrolled as an advocate on 17th December 1999. My Lord commenced his practice in Ernakulam under the guidance of Sri O.V. Radhakrishnan, senior advocate. Under the able guidance of his senior, my Lord carved out a distinguished and versatile practice marked by intellectual clarity, meticulous preparation, and an unwavering commitment to the cause of justice. My Lord's practice spanned over a wide spectrum of legal disciplines, including constitutional, administrative service, labor, and taxation laws. My Lord also served with his distinction as the Assistant Solicitor General of India from 2014 to 2018, representing the Union of India in numerous significant matters before this Honourable Court. In that role, my Lord was not merely an advocate for a party, but a responsible officer of the court, assisting the bench with fairness, restraint, and a deep sense of duty. His contributions to institutional bodies, including his association with the Bar Council of Kerala, further reflect the commitment to strengthening the legal system as a whole. My Lord was elevated as an additional judge of the Honourable Court on the 5th November 2018 and was appointed as a permanent judge with effect from 14th September 2020. Upon ascending the bench, my Lord seamlessly transitioned from a distinguished member of the bar to a respected member of the judiciary, carrying forward the same values of integrity, balance, and dedication. It is often said that courts do not merely interpret laws, they breathe life into them. While laws may be uniformly applied across all courts, it is in the higher judiciary that justice assumes its most meaningful and human form. In this solemn and constitutional law, my Lord Justice N. Nagaresh has consistently stood as a judge with a human face. My Lord's approach to adjudication was never been one of mechanical application. Instead, every case was approached with sensitivity and appreciation of context and an awareness of the human dimension underlying legal disputes. My Lord ensured that the rigor of legal reasoning was always balanced with compassion, thereby making justice not only correcting law, but also in effect. My Lord's judgments stand as a testament to this philosophy. They are marked by clarity, coherence, and a balanced application of principles, while never losing the sight of broader ends of justice. They do not merely resolve disputes, they reinforce faith in the judicial process. For the bar and the litigants alike, my Lord's decisions have been a source of guidance, assurance, and confidence in the fairness of the institution. Justice being destroyed, destroys. Being preserved, preserves. Therefore, justice must never be violated, says Manusmriti. My Lord preserved it, protected it, and rendered it with utmost clarity, preserving human values. My Lord's judicial journey is a true reflection of his enduring principle. By preserving justice with integrity and delivering it with humanity, my Lord has strengthened the very foundation of the judicial system. A judge who combines intellectual rigor with human empathy elevates not only the quality of decisions, but also the credibility of the institution itself. In this regard, my Lord's contribution is both profound and lasting. My Lord's tenure reminds us that the ultimate purpose of law is not merely to adjudicate, but to ensure that justice is experienced in its fullest sense. As my Lord demits office on the forenoon of 1st April 2026, we bid farewell to a judge whose presence has enriched the bench and whose work will continue to inspire. My Lord always encouraged junior lawyers with his warm and gentle smile and witty comments. My Lord's court was almost alive, and it encouraged the junior members to pursue this noble profession. Though my Lord may no longer adorn the bench, the values he has upheld and the judgments he rendered will continue to illuminate the path of justice for years to come. With courteous hearing, wise questions, sober consideration, and impartial decisions, my Lord Justice N. Nagaresh will always be considered as one among the most successful and popular judges of this Honourable Court. We place on record our sincere gratitude for His Lordship's distinguished service and extend our heartfelt wishes for a life ahead with full good health, peace, and continued fulfillment. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Justice Raumanson, Honourable Justice Anil K. Narendran, Judges of this Court, Learned Advocate General Gopal Kashyap sir, Srikumar P., Additional Solicitor General, Ashokam Chirian, Additional Advocate General, Director General of Prosecution Sri T. A. Shaji, Additional Director General of Prosecution Sri Gracious Kuriakos, State Attorney Sri N. Manoj Kumar, President Senior Advocates Association, Chairman Bar Council of Kerala, Srimati Nima Jacob, Secretary Kerala High Court Advocates Association, Executive Committee members of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, President Kerala Federation of Women's Lawyers, Sri R.V. Srijit, Legal Retainer and Senior Central Government Counsel for Lakshadweep Administration, respected senior members of the Bar, Registrar General and Registrars of the Honourable Court, Court Officers, Advocate Clerks, esteemed family members of Honourable Justice Nagaresh, my esteemed colleagues at the Bar, my dear brothers and sisters. It is both a privilege and proud moment for me to stand before this august gathering to express our deep respect, admiration, and affection for Honourable Mr. Justice N. Nagaresh, as his lordships complete a truly distinguished journey on the bench. Mr. Justice Nagaresh has always stood apart as an extraordinary personality. During his time at the bar, he combined professional excellence with warmth, approachability, and a gentle chumminess that made him truly beloved among his peers. When he rose to the office of Solicitor General, that humility did not diminish, it only deepened. He became a vital bridge between the bar and the government, earning admiration and trust from all quarters. But when his lordship was elevated to the bench, we witnessed not a change in character, but a transformation in responsibility. Mr. Justice Nagaresh became a rock firm in principle, unwavering in conviction, and steadfast in pursuit of justice. Your tenure as a judge will forever remain a golden era. His court was truly a heaven for the bar. The grace with which his lordship handled matters, the clarity in his approach, his impeccable temperament, and his remarkable patience, especially towards young lawyers, made his courtroom not just a place of adjudication, but a space of learning and growth. Justice Nagaresh was bar-friendly, without compromising on discipline, fearless without being harsh, impartial without being distant, and authoritative without losing his inherent kindness. I fondly recollect an incident that, to my mind, truly reflects the very essence of your lordship's character. On a day in June 2022, while on his way to the High Court, his lordship witnessed a distressing incident in which a young struggling lawyer being attacked on the road. A young lawyer was being brutally attacked. Without a moment of hesitation, and setting aside this stature of his high office, his lordship courageously intervened and physically stepped in to protect the lawyer from the road rage assault on a foreshore road, Kochi. Even while holding the high office of a judge, your lordship never ceased to remain a lawyer at heart. When a member of your own fraternity was under attack, it was not your position that defined your response, but your conscience. You stepped forward, putting aside the formality of office to attend for justice and to protect your fellow advocate. That spirit, that courage, that sense of duty, that unwavering integrity is what we salute today. Your lordship's judgments will be remembered forever, not for their verbosity, but for their clarity, erudition, and an abiding sense of fairness. Today, as we bid farewell, we are not merely parting with the judge, we are parting with the institution, a guiding force, and a reassuring presence on the bench. With these words, we, the members of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, place on record our deepest respect and heartfelt gratitude. Your legacy will continue to inspire generation of lawyers, and your absence will be deeply felt, both inside and beyond the courtroom. Thank you, my lord.
Brother Justice N. Nagaresh, my esteemed sister and brother judges, former judges of this court present today, Learned Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, law officers of the Union of India State and the Union Territory, Chairman Bar Council of Kerala, President Kerala High Court Advocates Association, President Senior Advocates Association, President Kerala Federation of Women Lawyers, senior and junior members of the Bar, Registrar General and members of the Registry, Srimati V.R. Asha, wife of Brother Justice Nagaresh and his family members, members of the Advocates Clerks Association, staff of the High Court, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. We assemble here today with a sense of respect and warm regard to bid an affectionate farewell to Brother Justice N. Nagaresh, who demits the office as a judge of the High Court of Kerala on attaining superannuation after an illustrious service of more than 7 years in this court. Justice Nagaresh was born on 1st April 1964 at Vaikam to Advocate Sri S. Narasimha Naik, who served as the municipal chairman of Vaikam for nearly 2 decades, and late Srimati Lalita Naik. Justice Nagaresh received his early education at the Government Boys High School, Vaikam. He pursued his pre-degree at St. Albert's College, Ernakulam, and graduated with BSc in Physics from Maharaja's College, Ernakulam. Thereafter, he obtained his LLB from the Bombay University in 1989, followed by a postgraduate degree in law from the Government Law College, Ernakulam. He enrolled as an advocate on 17 December 1989 and started his practice under the able guidance of senior advocate Sri O.V. Radhakrishnan. By 1995, he had established an independent practice marked by diligence and professional integrity. Over the years, he held several important positions, serving as Central Government Counsel before this court, as reporter for the Indian Law Reports, and as a member of the Disciplinary Committee of the Bar Council of Kerala. His election to the Bar Council of Kerala and nomination to the General Council of the National University of Advanced Legal Studies are a testament to the esteem in which he was held by the legal fraternity. His tenure as the Assistant Solicitor General of India from July 2014 to November 2018 stands out as a significant chapter in his professional life. During this period, he appeared in several important matters on behalf of the Union of India, including cases of national importance, such as those relating to demonetization, freedom of the media, and the aftermath of the Kerala floods of 2018, apart from cases entrusted by the Central Bureau of Investigation. His services were also sought by various public sector undertakings and institutions of repute. In recognition of his legal acumen, ability, and merit, on 5th November 2018, he was sworn in as an additional judge of this court, and on 14th September 2020 became a permanent judge. From the very inception of his judicial career, he demonstrated a profound commitment to the rule of law and to the ideals of justice. During his tenure on the bench, Justice Nagaresh has dealt with matters covering diverse branches of law, leaving a meaningful and enduring imprint on its development. He has, with remarkable diligence and judicial acumen, disposed of more than 24,000 cases while sitting in the single bench, division bench, and full bench. His judgments reflect clarity of thought, depth of analysis, and a careful balancing of competing interests. They are marked by precision, fairness, and a strong grounding in constitutional principles. His work has undoubtedly enriched the jurisprudence of this court. On the administrative side as well, Justice Nagaresh has rendered valuable services by serving as chairman of various committees. To cite a few, Committee for Framing High Court Rules and High Court Service Rules, Special Committee to make recommendations for promotion to selection categories in the High Court Service, Committee for Performance Evaluation and Mentoring of the Judicial Officers in the District Judiciary, Central Zone Special Committee for the preparation of draft seniority list of district judges, to mention a few. Retirement, as we often say, is a moment of gentle transition, a pause that marks the conclusion of one chapter and the beginning of another. For Justice Nagaresh, it brings to a close a judicial career defined by integrity, industry, and quiet excellence. As a colleague, he has been known for his unfailing courtesy, patience, and balanced approach. His interactions with the members of the bar have been marked by respect and openness, fostering an atmosphere of mutual trust and dignity. These qualities are invaluable to the life of any judicial institution. As I could make out from the addresses made today, for him justice is non-negotiable. The quality of mercy should not be strained, and he was ever merciful. A judge is remembered for his behavior, humility, courtesy, and conduct. Apart from his knowledge, he exemplified all the qualities. The High Court of Kerala has over the years earned a reputation for its rich traditions and intellectual vitality. Justice Nagaresh has contributed significantly to sustaining and strengthening this legacy. Whether dealing with complex constitutional questions, intricate statutory interpretations, or matters affecting the lives of ordinary citizens, he has consistently displayed a deep sense of justice and human concern. While he now lays down the robes of judicial office, the wealth of experience, wisdom, and insight that he carries will undoubtedly continue to serve society in many meaningful ways. The end of his formal judicial duties does not mark the end of his engagement with law, learning, and public life. This is just the beginning of a new life with full freedom. On behalf of my esteemed sister and brother judges, I place on record our heartfelt appreciation and gratitude for the invaluable services rendered by Justice Nagaresh both on the judicial and administrative side of this court. His contributions will remain indelibly inscribed in the annals of this court. We also extend our good wishes to Srimati V. R. Asha, his gracious spouse, to his daughter, Ms. Nayana, a homeopathy doctor, and to all members of his family present today. May they enjoy continued good health, peace, and happiness in the years to come. Justice Nagaresh, as you step into a new phase of life, wish you peace, contentment, and continued purpose. May the years ahead be as meaningful and fulfilling as those you have devoted to the service of justice. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Honourable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Saumen Sen, my esteemed brother and sister judges, the Advocate General Sri Gopalakrishna Kurup, the Additional Solicitor General of India Sri P. Srikumar, President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association Sri Piyus A. Kottam, the Chairman of Bar Council of Kerala Sri T.S. Ajit, the Deputy Solicitor General of India Srimati Shalina, the Director General of Prosecutions Sri T.A. Shaji, the Additional Director General of Prosecution Sri Gracious Kuriakos, the State Attorney Sri N. Manoj Kumar, Standing Counsel for the Union Territory of Lakshadweep Sri R.V. Srijit, Law Officers of the Union and the State, President of the Senior Advocates Association Sri N. Nandakumar Menon, President of Kerala Women Lawyers Federation Srimati Kartika S., President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Clerks Association Sri Pratapan, Senior and Junior members of the Bar, Advocate Clerks, members of the High Court Registry, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. A very pleasant evening to all of you. I am overwhelmed by the kind words spoken about me by the Honourable Chief Justice, the Additional Solicitor General of India, the Advocate General, and the President of the Advocates Association. While I thankfully acknowledge their expression of affection towards me wholeheartedly, I take the words of praise and laudatory remarks showered on me by Sri Gopalakrishna Kurup, Sri Kumar, and Sri Piyush Kottam with a little reservation, as I am certain that those epithets seldom suit me fully. I console myself with the thought that it is customary to say a few words of praise on occasions like this, about everyone who lays down his office after a not so short tenure. I thank them for their affection shown towards me. I have never thought before how I would feel on the day of my cessation as a judge. To be honest with you, I am now taken over by an emotional pain. Not at the thought that from tomorrow onwards my name will be prefixed or suffixed with the letters retired in parentheses, but at the pensive thought that I will have to stop coming to these great institutions, which for the last over 36 years has been my world of existence. I became an advocate by choice, but I became a judge by chance. I have thoroughly enjoyed both the roles, doing justice to both to the best of my ability. I think there is no meaning in pondering how the posterity will rate me as a judge, or whether anyone would even remember my existence here after a long time. I would be happy and feel gratified if during the last over 7 years you have found me to be a not so bad judge. I can say with certainty that I have treated all the lawyers who had appeared before me with courtesy and respect, whether I had agreed or disagreed with their contentions or granted them the reliefs asked for or not. I still remember the day when I first entered this prestigious institution with my robes on, with a heart full of dreams and a mind full of confidence, sparingly laced with trepidation and inhibitions. Before long, I realized that unless you work your way up under the tutelage of a good guru, you cannot aspire to become a good professional. I was fortunate to be admitted into the office of one of the doyens of the bar, Sri O.V. Radhakrishnan sir, who was then and is still an authority on constitutional law. Radhakrishnan sir was then known to be a tough senior, broking no nonsense, breaking no rules. But soon I found that I had landed on the best training ground. It was from the office of the Radhakrishnan sir and late Srimati Radhamani Amma that I started learning law, slowly and steadily honing up my forensic skills under his able guidance, ultimately to be confident enough to spread my wings to start independent practice after about 5 years. Thank you, Radhakrishnan sir, for all the efforts spared by you in grooming me up to be a good lawyer. In our student days, it was not difficult to get admission to a law college, as law was not a much sought after course. But now things are different. Getting into a good law college is as tough as getting into any other good professional college. Every year, the youngsters joining the profession swell in thousands. I have found many of the young lawyers practicing here highly promising, and I am confident that they would be tomorrow's leaders of the bar. The significance of getting trained under a good senior in the formative years as a lawyer cannot be overemphasized. My advice to my young friends who come into the profession is to get themselves trained not only in law, but also on professional ethics and principles under a good senior. This year's International Women's Day has passed by just a few weeks back. This High Court, which has given to the nation the first woman High Court judge, the first woman High Court Chief Justice, the first woman Supreme Court judge, and the first visually challenged woman judge, can also boast of a formidable force of women lawyers who can be safely rated to be one of the best in the country in their work culture. It is indeed good to see their numbers swell year after year. I wish to give our lady lawyers a special commendation. Go to any other high court, even the Supreme Court, you will never see women lawyers so immaculately dressed in their robes as our lady lawyers. The judge's job is a balancing act. Like charity, peace also starts from home. Without the dedicated support and sacrifice of the family, I believe no judge can discharge his duties satisfactorily and efficiently. Though thanking the members of my family for having voluntarily given up several small and big pleasures of life to ensure that my work as a judge is not meddled with, may sound a little too formal, I thank my wife Asha and our dear daughter Nayana from my heart for the care and support they have extended to me throughout my professional career. My beloved parents have always been my guiding spirit since I was born. While my father Sri Narasimha Naik is with me enjoying the evening of his life, I lost my mother Lalita Naik 2 years back, but she is not too far away not to hear my prayers every day. I am also thankful to my elder brother Sri Sudhakar Naik and my sister-in-law Srimati Srikala for the affection and support extended to me throughout my life. Retirement from an office is also an occasion for thanksgiving. Though naming everyone who has been part of your professional life is a bit too difficult, I would be failing myself if I do not reminisce my association with my friends and colleagues. Sri Mohan Pulikal and Sri Shaji Thomas, and the days we had celebrated the carefree joys and pains of our junior days. I also acknowledge the valuable assistance given to me by Sri Binu Paul, Sri T.V. Vinu, Srimati S. Krishna, and my all other junior colleagues during my practice. I would not have been able to effectively discharge my duties as a judge all these years without the dedicated support and cooperation extended to me by the members of my personal staff. Srimati Sunita A.K., Private Secretary throughout my tenure, gave me exceptional support which made discharge of my duties easier. But for the efforts and pains taken by Srimati Sunita, my orders and judgments would not have reached you in time flawless. My court officers Suvarna and Tess, personal assistants Shrija Rani, Hazina, Shabna and Ashwati, my chauffeur Anil Kumar, office attendants Gokul and Sunita, PSOs Geetesh and Harish were of commendable help. My home staff Vijayan, Margaret and Ramani were also of good help. My Sevak Sri Jerry George took care of my aged father and domestic friend. Every man learns some lesson from another whom he interacts with. When you are in the company of men of erudition and wisdom, you are bound to expand your horizon of knowledge. I am lucky to be a part of this bench for over 7 years, and I have learnt a lot from my brothers and sisters on the bench. I thank them from my heart for all the support and cooperation extended to me all these years. And last but not the least, I thank all my esteemed lawyer friends, senior and junior, old and young, for all the support they have given me all these years. It is only 4 o'clock in the evening, and there is a long way to go before the sun sets. Symbolically speaking, I wish to walk many more miles before the sun sets, enjoying the fragrance of life after retirement, indulging in my favorite pastimes. I am happy to have been associated with this august institution and will always cherish the memories of the days I have spent here as a lawyer and as a judge. I wish this institution ever-enhancing glory and unfading fame. Thank you all. Jai Hind.